Are you ready? Are you ready? Because we've got 3 days of very cool stuff lined up for you. You should carefully consider whether trading is suitable for you in light of your circumstances, knowledge, and financial resources. You may lose all or more of your initial investment. Opinions, market data, and recommendations are subject to change at any time. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. This is training. This is something you will research and make sure that it fits you. So please take notes, write your questions down. Most of the speakers will take questions on the fly, but some do like you to hold until they're done with their presentation. So bring her up now. It's Anka Metcalf from Trade Out Loud LLC. She's going to talk to us about generate a six-figure income trading less than 2 hours per day. And she's been with us before. We always love it when Anka comes on. She is a professional futures and equities trader, market analyst, and expert commentator with 20 plus years of trading experience. She's the founder and CEO of TradeOutLoud.com. She's an international, it is an international trading education and service company. She's an expert day trader, swing trader, and active investor with a precise approach daily income style and wealth generation trading, delivering results in any market environment, which is key. The strategies she teaches in her courses and her live daily approach to trading provide you with understanding and the tools to take your trading to the next level. So she personally manages her own accounts and shares her market knowledge and trades every day with her clients worldwide. She's a contributor to many financial media outlets. Welcome, Miss Anka. Let me
Okay, good afternoon, Sherry.
Good afternoon.
Hey guys, welcome. We're going to be spending lunchtime together, so I hope I'm going to make it worthwhile. Sherry, let me know when you get started.
Sorry, excuse me. Are you close to your microphone?
Yes, can you hear me?
It's a little faint. Could you turn it up just a little?
All right, I'll try.
I'm not sure what's going on. The audio has been kind of tricky here today. One of our speakers couldn't get it to work and he had to leave and come back. So, oh, and guess what? Happy birthday.
This is the max volume.
Okay. Can everybody hear her good? And by the way, Silver says, happy birthday, Anka.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to make you the organizer so you can see the questions. And
okay,
but it's going to knock your microphone out for about 3 seconds. So hold on for just 3 seconds. There, now you're back.
Unmuted again. So just let me know. I
can hear you.
Get started.
Yeah. I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you so much, Sherry. All right, good afternoon, everyone, and happy lunchtime. We're going to be spending together an hour, and it's always very exciting to talk about the market, to talk about trading, to talk about day trading, and most importantly, to talk about creating income, generating income, and actually creating wealth. How you can actually double your account as well if you respect the trading rules. Remember, the market works by rules, and we need to respect the market rules. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to be sharing with you today hidden secrets to smashing six and why not seven-figure income in the first 2 hours in the morning at the New York Trading Session Open. You guys ready? All right, so before we continue, you guys know that everything that we've been talking about today is for educational purpose only. And for those of you that are new and do not know me, I would like to take a second to present myself. My name is Anka Metcalf. I'm the CEO and founder of TradeOutLoud.com, which is a trading education firm that is specialized in educating individuals how to day trade, swing trade, and invest in the futures and the equities market. I have been trading equities for as long as I can remember, for over 25 years. I have been on the investor side. I have been on the swing trading side, but about 20 years ago, I decided to dive into day trading because I wanted to give up my job and go into day trading, generate my income through the markets, through trading, and I dabbed into day trading stocks. Later on, about 10 years ago, I'm a full-time futures trader to generate income. I have specialized in the futures market, and it didn't happen by accident. In fact, I was counseled by my CPA, and she was telling me, and my advisor, financial advisor, and they were telling me that I'm incurring too many commissions and too many taxes from my day trading activity, and that I should be looking into the futures market because it is a lot better for tax purposes. I wasn't very happy at first, and I gave it a try. I'm not looking back. I love day trading futures. It keeps me focused. I'm only watching about 4 to 6 charts every single day, 4 charts, and then I'm looking at oil and gold as well. I'm looking at other global markets as well, but these are the ones that are generating income on a day-to-day basis, and basically futures indices. And I also swing trade stocks, and I invest in stocks. And in fact, Trade Out Loud has the oldest program, actually the program that it debuted with Trade Out Loud, which was the stock swing trader program, which is going strong, year 13. All right, so as you guys, probably have figured it out, yes, more than 20 years of trading activity, day trading, swing trading, and investing. Prior to becoming a professional independent trader, I come with 10 plus years in investment banking, so I was very new to the market, so that helped a lot. And also I'm the designer of an institutional proprietary trading system. And the reason is I'm the designer is because I cannot take credit for technical analysis and for the setup that have been here forever. You just have to respect the technical rules. But my system is based on price support resistance, but not only linear price support resistance or ascending price support resistance, but also I'm using confluence levels from multi-time frame alignment. So what that means is that I'm looking for confirmation of particular setups that are lining up on multiple time frames. So I want to see, for example, just giving you a quick brief example. So for example, if I'm looking at the market, if I'm looking at a stock, or if I'm looking at futures index, or I'm looking at anything, even crypto or Forex, what have you. But if I see a setup, for example, on the 2-minute chart, or on the 5-minute chart, which is pretty much the code of day traders, I want to have that secondary confirmation of trend, of validation that is coming from higher time frames. So that means hourly charts, 4-hour charts, daily charts, and so on. So I want to have that validation that the price is ready to trigger higher, because a lot of times you may have a 2-minute buy setup or a 5-minute buy setup, and you may have an hourly bear rotation that is happening, or a 4-hour bear rotation that is happening in the market, and that can actually drag you in the trade. On the 2-minute, it can trigger you in and then stop you out immediately. So that's a little bit about price support resistance that I use. Obviously, I'm going to share some stats with you. I have a win ratio of over 82%. So that means that I win more than 80% on trades, have very few losing trades. And I have clear stats. We have them on our website. We actually have some examples for you today as well. I also trade with specific trigger times because I've been trading for so long. I have noticed that there are special timings into the market where the price action is triggering, sometimes moving a little bit higher and then dumping. So what that means is that it was not correlated with the timing in the market. There are certain times in the market, and especially in the morning, there are 3 major times into the market that can work for you, and I have them prepared for you to share today. Take notes, because this is more of a workshop than any kind of presentation. Also, I trade off specific price zones. There are 4 specific price zones where institutional traders scale in and scale out, because as an algo, as an institutional trader, when they trade hundreds and thousands of contracts or shares, they cannot buy like I do 3 contracts or 5 contracts or 15 contracts at a certain price. They need to scale in, and these are the scale in zones. These are the best secrets of institutional traders. I have learned them from my personal coach, and I think it's really great that I can teach my traders how to use these specific price levels as well. Like I said, these are the best kept secrets. And unless you have been coached and trained and mentored by an institutional trader on Wall Street, you have no idea where these price zones are. So anyway, chart synchronicity and divergence is super important and super real. You see what's happening in the market right now? This is 101 example of chart dysynchronicity, chart divergency. So we're not having a synchronized market. A synchronized market is when you're having all of the indices move in sync. Today, just like yesterday, we have relative strength in Russell. I really hope that if you're a day trader, you have been trading Russell because it was a gold mine. It was such an amazing trade. We caught about 15 points because you only trade about a couple of hours or less. Yesterday, we were done in half an hour, I think. So, yeah, or 45 minutes, and we were done, and we captured 15 points at Russell. 1 point at Russell is $50. Imagine if you would have been trading that with only one contract. All right, so chart synchronicity and divergency is super important because when you're having divergencies, so for example, when you're having NASDAQ, which was weaker today, and then you have Russell, which was strong today, it's really hard to get a good feeling on the market, and you have to be very, very focused and very selective on what you have to trade. And again, a big role is going to have those bigger time frames that are going to indicate what you can definitely get into. Where you have your tradable voids present. And again, I apply a straight set of trading rules and the 10-point scoring system to enable myself and my traders to identify trader receipts. So it's super simple. It's like a checklist. Where the price is at, where's the location, where's the trigger, what's the trend. I mean, it's simple, common sense checklist. And again, I specialize in high velocity trades because I only take 1 or 2 trades a day. Rare occasions where you're going to go through my portfolio and yes, you can see maybe 3 or 4 trades a day, but those are isolated cases because I focus on the high velocity movers. Now I'm going to ask you something really quick. Would you rather get into a trade? Would you rather get into a trade and stay in it for 10 points, 15 points, for example, in S&P or Russell, or stay in for 30 points or 50 points in NASDAQ? Or would you rather go for 2 points or 3 points or five ticks or 2 ticks, for example, in these indices that go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out? I wouldn't recommend that because at the end of the session, you would be accruing tons of commissions. So that's one of the other reasons why I specialize in high velocity trade, because you know what? I don't want to send my broker on a vacation to Hawaii. I'm going to go there myself. All right. So for those of you that are very new and you guys want to learn more about TradeLI, you could go to our website or you could go on social media and you could actually find us. We have the same handle, Trade Out Loud, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay. Don't know what happened here. Okay, hold on. Just give me 1 second. All right. I don't know what happened here. All right. I'm going to go ahead like this. Okay. I don't know what happened. But anyways, so here's today's agenda. We're going to be talking stocks and futures. And what is it about? I trade both. I love trading stocks, but I swing trade stocks. And yes, I'm an investor. I love dividends. I love, the free and easy money. But I also like futures to generate income. So I use stocks for wealth generation, a little bit of income creation from swing trading for more aggressive swing trading. But most importantly, I love generating income and that I do from futures. We're going to talk about advantages and disadvantages of trading different markets, what style of trading suits your lifestyle, learn about income producing strategies designed to work in the least amount of time. Don't you guys want to spend less time working, trading, and more time doing the things you love? I know that's me. So what do you need in order to become a successful and consistent trader? Can anybody tell me here? What do you guys need in order to become a really good, successful, and consistent trader? I can think of one thing right now. You need a lot of patience. Okay, you need a lot of patience, and not only market knowledge, obviously, because market knowledge comes first, but you need a lot of patience because you need to identify the opportunities in the market and trade only the opportunities that you recognize. But first and foremost, you need to have a real solid blueprint, just like an architect has a blueprint that, based upon the building crew builds that a house or facility or whatever it is. The same thing goes with traders. You need to have a blueprint. You need to have your framework, your game plan, and of course your risk management. What is your game plan? Because everybody's talking about a business plan, everybody's talking about a trading plan. What is the game plan? A game plan is a strategy that you have learned and mastered, and that you're only going to be applying it when you recognize it in the market. And you have to start with only one simple thing. Just don't go overboard and say, oh my gosh, I've learned about this, I've learned about that, I know 10 trading strategies. Just focus on one. Most importantly is that the market only provides most of the opportunities into one strategy. That is the buy setup or the sell setup. These are basic trading strategies that everybody should know. And then add layers to your game plan, saying, hey, I'm going to be trading in the first 2 hours. I'm going to be trading buy setup or sell setup, depending on the trend, right? You're going to go short in downtrends and long in downtrends. But I'm going to be looking, let's say, for pullbacks into support zones or pullbacks into the 20 SMA or whatever your strategy tells you to. And when you master that, and when you have a good handle on that, and when the market presents itself with that opportunity, that is when you take action. And you do nothing in the meantime. That's all you do. You wait for that carbon copy pattern to happen in the market, and that is when you take it. A house cannot exist, right, without having a framework, foundation, structure, electrical work, plumbing, and windows, right? Is that correct? I think I got it right. And I'm not into construction, right? But think about this, the foundation, right? Because we're talking about blueprints. Foundation is your trading education, right? So you need to have a baggage of information before you actually hit the buttons. Then you need the framework, and that is your trading style. And that is a little personal because it depends on your personal schedule. How much time can you allocate into the market? Do you have a couple hours each morning? Then you can start generating some income through day trading. And by the way, the first 2 hours, I didn't invent those. These are the most active, professional style trading into the market. This is where the money's being made. This is where institutions make their money. Other than that, we're hitting the doldrums. Traders are taking their lunch breaks. They're leaving their desks. Things start to get a little bit wobbly. And then in the afternoon trading session, you know, if you had a robust trend, yes, you have, you know, the possibility of, you know, the market has the possibility of continuing that particular trend. But other than that, if you have an uneventful day, more than likely that you're not going to have a lot of, you know, a lot of activity going into, you know, the end of the day. Although the first hour in the morning is very much an equivalent with the last hour volume wise. So you're going to get the most volume into the market in the first hour and in the last hour. So from 9:30 to 10:30, this is the most heaviest volume, most heavily traded period. And then you have the last hour from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So that's a little bit about your trading style. You don't have a lot of time. You can dive into swing trading. Swing trading is fantastic. You only need about a couple of minutes a day in order to either manage your trade or manage your position, or even don't manage your position, because if it's still going, or you know, you don't have to do anything that day, or if it has rallied the day before or in the morning, all you have to do is adjust and raise your stop. That's all you need to do. And then you need to structure, right? You need a really good structure. That is your strategy, the strategy that you're deploying that we talked about, you know, a little bit earlier, whether it's the buy setup or breakouts, whatever you specialize in. And remember, you don't need to have a handle on everything first. Just learn one for the first 3 months or 6 months, and then add on, because other than that, you're going to be overwhelming yourself. Then you have the studs, the pillars, right? That's the system that you're going to be applying. The system is a little bit more robust and it contains a lot of details. You need to have, so within the system, you have the entries, you know how to place your stops, you have a trailing system in place, you know how to read trends, and so on. So the system is the complexity of trading. And then you have, let's say, the electrical work, which would be your typical trading analysis. You're getting into your moving averages or whatever indicators that you're using. You're going to see from my chart that I use very few indicators. I have extremely clean charts because I love to watch price action and price action pattern. I'm a pattern trader, and I'm also a price action trader. So that means that at times you're not going to get pattern formation as great into the market, especially in sideways markets or really choppy markets, and then you're forced to trade price action trading. So technical analysis is very important and it's very complex. And think about it, you only learn it once and it's just getting better and better because you understand it better and better as you analyze charts. And then you have fundamentals, right? Fundamentals are very important. For example, in the day like today, right, we didn't have any pre-market data. We didn't have any pre-market, not data, we didn't have any pre-market earnings that are going to impact the market. Big stocks like Apple, Amazon, what have you, that are going to impact price action in the stock market in general and into the indices. You didn't have any kind of real heavy duty earnings last night that would be moving the overnight market. And this morning, we didn't have any releases, right? So the market really didn't have reasons today to move up or down. So it was just floating around. And that would be normal because we're heading into the contract roll because we're trading futures, right? And then we have the time frames. Time frames are your windows, right? The more windows you look at, the better it is because you have a global image of what's going on. If you would have like a really tiny window in your house, like really tiny window, and I mean like not even a foot by a foot, and you will look outside, you would not be able to see maybe the sky, or maybe if there's snow on the ground, or if it's raining, you won't be able to see anything. But when you have a big window with multiple windows, the light is coming in and it's so bright, it's literally lighting up our light bulbs to see what's happening into the market. I use all the time frames in one simple screen, and I use, for example, in one screen from the 1 minute to the monthly chart, and I have 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and on the bottom I have the hour, I have the daily, I have the weekly, and the monthly, because I want to know these intercorrelations that are happening within time frames. So how to take control of your financial future and actually be financially independent. Well, first of all, I was talking about generating income. I generated income from day trading or even swing trading, a little bit of swing trading activity into futures. And I'm really heavy into swing trading stocks. And also, if you want to generate wealth or supplement your income, definitely that is swing trading and investing for you. And by the way, this generating income, this generation of wealth, it will protect you against recession, pandemic, depression. Well, I'm going to ask you guys, do you have a backup plan? If you, for example, have a full-time job or a part-time job, and if something happens at one point, do you have a backup plan? So I think you better start and look at trading in a different way. So who wins in recession? All right, the rich, the lucky, and traders. It's always the case. So do you want to discover the secrets to making $100,000 a year or more? Because I'm going to be sharing with you right now. By the way, these are my stats. I had a presentation last week, and I was presenting my traders, and my traders always have access to my portfolio. And you can see here that these are my official stats. Day range from May 1st, this is just May, and I'm going to show you the whole entire year, so you would say, oh, so big deal, she made money in May, but probably she lost in January through May, right? No, that's not the case. Actually, I make money every single month consistently because I follow the rules. So May 1st, through May 31st. Accumulated return, I mean, close to $310,000. My risk per trade to achieve what you guys are seeing here is $5,000. So I'm on each trade that I risk $5,000, and I position size. This is the best kept secret. You don't position size, sorry to say this, you're not going to make it in trading. No chance on earth you're going to make it in trading if you don't position size. Why? Because you're all over the place. You're going to have bigger losses, smaller losses, bigger losses, huge losses, tiny losses, and then you're going to have inconsistent winning trades that are not going to be able to catch up with your losing trades in case you are hitting a rough patch. So you can see here, all my stats. The average dollars on winners means that is $13. So remember, I'm risking $5,000, right? And my average winners are 2 or 3 times my risk. That's the proportion that you need to have. Because if you're risking $100 on a trade, expecting to make $100 in return, you're not going to make it in trading. And if you keep on doing that, it's going to take you to desperation because you're not going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Why is that? Here's simple 101 management. You have a trade in which you risk, let's say $100. You lose it. You lost $100. You have another trade. You have a loss. You lose another $100. You have a third trade. You lose another $100. So far, I have $300 down, right? You guys following? Guess what? If I respect my position sizing and position size for my risk again, the fourth trade that I take, if I have the same criteria and confidence in the trade, that's going to generate 2 to 3 times what I have invested in. And one trade is going to erase my 3 winners. My 3 losers. I'm sorry, my 3 losers. So I'm going to have a winner that is going to erase 3 losing trades. And the less losing trades you have, the more money you make. Total trades, 34. Total losses, only 7 losses. Total winners, 25 winners. Win ratio for the month of May, 75.76%. And you're going to say, okay, so what is the stat to January 1st? And we're going to show you January 1st as well, and June 1st, I'm sorry, what we did. We're 100% off. Okay, so January 1st, June 1st. And guys, this is not an Excel sheet, by the way. These are stats from my portfolio. Okay, it's not just an Excel sheet telling you, oh my gosh, this is how much you can make. And yeah, no. All right. So this is it. Average dollar on winners. Total trades. You guys can see how many trades I took in here. 151 trades till June 1st. 98 winners. 48 losers, total break even 4, which by the way, a lot of traders take the total break even and add it to the winners. All right. Biggest profit, 157,000. We had a couple of swing trades in gold that literally put us over the roof. So biggest profit, biggest loser, 6,000. That is the biggest loser, 6,000. So a little over $1,000 from my $5,000. Win ratio in the most difficult, crappiest market that we have had since January, overall 65% so far. Profit to loss ratio over 2 to 1. So I'm making 2 times my risk on the majority of the trades. Okay, isn't that cool? So in 2023, year-to-date profit, this is my profit. My account size is 500K. My risk per trade, I only risk 1%, is 5K. This is how much I made this year. So I doubled my account, more than doubled my account. More than double my account, guys, in less than 5 months. Not even 6 months, 5 months. Is it real? Yes, this is real. All right, this is June 1st this is June 1st year to date. I'm sorry, month to date. This is the 7th. I have a trade open in oil. I have a trade open in the Dow. These are 2 swings. This is yesterday's trade in Russell. I risked 5,000. I made 10,500. This is a trade in ES. I took the trade on the 5th at 4,300. Yesterday, added to my trade because I took half a position here and I added the other half position on the 6th on a breakout. And these are two trades that were called and taken on June 1st and June 2nd, one in NASDAQ and one in the Dow. Here's the average return, average return percentage, win ratio, average return per trade, accumulative return. You can see right here, 3 trades that are closed, and I have 4 trades that are open. So often traders think that all they need is a trading strategy to make money in trading. Is that correct? A lot of traders do. And yes, you can make money with a great trading strategy because yes, you have to be educated when you have the expectation that, hey, I'm going to be a day trader. I want to make money day trading. Well, you better have a good trading strategy because that's why you're sitting home and trading. However, if you want to make like really serious money, like over $100,000 or more trading, you need to have a proven system. Remember we were talking about the blueprint of the house and the windows and the plumbing and all that stuff? Yeah, you need to have all that. In order to have a house, when you're living in a house, you have the whole thing, right? Because you didn't take just the roof and the basement, right? You took everything in between. You have the walls, you have the windows, you have the plumbing, you have everything. So the same way you live in a house is a system. Your trading needs to be a system as well. You need to know where your entry is, where your stop is. You need to know the whole thing, how you manage the trade. So what if the trade hits target 1? What do you do then? You freak out, you take all your profits, you go like, oh my God, I'm so happy I'm green. I haven't been green in weeks or months or whatever. I'm taking my money and run. What if the trade starts going and going and going? Do you have a trailing system in place that will allow you, to stay in the trade? What are you going to do around that level? So you need to have everything in place, and your call of action needs to be in sync with the market. In this webinar, you will learn the process of how to get started on your first $100,000 in trading profits. And by having a proven system, traders will eliminate any kind of doubt and confusion because they're going to know exactly what they need to do. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool? And by the way, I give all my students my trading plan. Yeah, I'm not going to let them figure it out on their own. Like, why? Time is the most precious commodity. Why would I put them through that when I could give them my personal trading plan? If you have a trading plan that works for you, wouldn't you share it? I share mine. Why not? Okay. So first of all, how are we going to get there? First of all, making our money work for us. And every single day I'm getting into the market and I'm getting my money working for me. So I pulled my charts, my 4 indices charts, and that's what I do in the first 2 hours in the morning or less. I pulled in my employees. So if you've never traded before or invested in your life, this is the time to do it. It's the only time to keep up with recession, if there's going to be one. I hear a lot of, kind of like back and forth thoughts. If you want to keep up with inflation, well, this is your answer. You got to make more money. That's a simple answer. Make more money. Get to the point where you don't need to grow your account. I got to a point where I don't need to grow my account. So at the end of each month, I pull my profits out of the account, I pay my bills, and the rest, guess where it goes? Investing. That's right. Because I don't want to work hard for the money. It's going straight into investing. So proper goal setting is really important and a really important element of your success. So if you think that, okay, trading is not about goal setting, it's a process, it takes time, but you need to confine it, right? First of all, there are some rules. First of all, your goals have to be really measurable and very realistic, because if you open a $5,000 account and say, at the end of the year, I want to have 100K, it's not doable. You have to be very realistic. And it has to feel very achievable to you based upon your timing that you're allocating for your study, that you're allocating in the market to trade, right? It has to be achievable. And you have to have a deadline, guys. You really need to have a deadline, because if you don't have a deadline, it's not going to be achievable. If I want to say, and by the way, I need to clean up my office because we've been going through some renovation, and I really have to really kind of throw some things out. But guess what? I haven't really done that. Why? Because I didn't set a goal. My bad. So you see how important a goal is? I have set a goal. But guess what? I'm going to be setting a goal and saying, you know what? by Saturday, I'm going to be cleaning up my office. I'm going to be cleaning all the junk and everything. Because if I don't have a deadline, it's never going to get done, right? Because you don't feel like doing it. Same thing goes with trading. You have to say, you know what? This week, I'm going to learn technical analysis. That's it. At the end of this week, you know, you have Monday through Friday. I'm going to do it. I'm going to run through it. Or I'm just going to learn one thing. If you're super busy, I'm just going to learn one thing. I'm just going to learn about support resistance, or I'm just going to learn about moving averages, or I'm going to learn about, I don't know, stochastic, or whatever you want to learn. But have a deadline. Okay. This is in our bank accounts right now. It's burning, right? Because this is what inflation does. And the only secret is to bring more money in. The only way to bring more money in for me is through day trading, swing trading, and investing. That's what I'm good at. Okay. I've been doing it for over 25 years. Prior to this, I come with experience from investment banking, right? So I found this niche for myself. If you guys have a gig and you can pull money out of that gig, and there's so many things that you could do right now, okay, have that money, save that money, put it into account. Don't trade it unless you have a really clear strategy. Because trading is not a game and trading is not a gamble. You have to be super committed to trading. You have to have a really serious approach. You got to stop being at one point a professional student, because there are traders that don't take accountability. I say, I'm in the learning process. They have been in the learning process for 25 years. I have an example. I ran into someone that was telling me, like, I've been trading for 25 years unsuccessfully. I'm going to give up. I was like, nobody ever taught me how to trade, and nobody, you never dedicated yourself to learning how to trade. You're just, you know, program hopping, right? Service hopping, trading room hopping, you know, hopping around. You're not serious about committing. Stop with the infobesity. Once you find a system that works for you, stick with that system. If you don't have a system that is working for you, just make sure that you find somebody that is in sync and follow that person's system. For example, I have a winning system. I tell all my traders in the trading room, and yes, I'm accountable for what I'm saying right now. And I tell them every morning, guys, if you do not have a trading system, please do not take trades outside of the trades that I call in the trading room, period. Okay? Just take the trades because I have a winning track record. If you want to carbon copy my trades, just carbon copy my trades, you can do that. Because what happens if you trade outside of my trades? You're losing money. That's it. Find your own niche. See what resonates with you, whether it's futures, whether it's stocks, whether it's day trading or swing trading, momentum, whatever it is. Just find something that you're going to like trading, because if you don't like what you're doing, it's not going to work for you. Okay. And then again, you know, it comes to the time, how much time can I allocate trading? Hey, if you have a full-time job, there's no excuse. There are so many setups that are happening, for example, in the overnight trading session, whether it's futures, you get analyzed stocks, there's literally no excuse. And you can trade in the overnight. And set it and forget it. This is the easiest thing. You set it, forget it. You place your entry, place your stop, place your target, go to bed. Boom, that's it. Okay, but you have to know what you're doing, because you need to have the confidence to do that. Other than that, you're not going to be sleeping all night. I sleep through the night like a baby with my swing trades. Education comes first, services and everything else comes second. Most important parts of trading are really discussed, like confidence in trading. I don't let myself influence by anything. I don't have any media outlets on when I'm trading. I don't scroll through Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, or anything when I'm trading. I'm 100% in the zone. You have to have conviction that is the right zone that you're trading, and what you're seeing is a viable buy setup or sell setup according to your trading plan and according to your rules. And you need to have the patience to wait for the turn. There's no such thing as saying, oh, I don't have patience, I'm just jumping in. People that say that are financially illiterate. They don't know what a setup is. They don't know how to trade. To be able to say I don't have patience is not an excuse. It means that you have no clue, no idea how to recognize an entry, a confirmation into the trade. So from that moment on, you should shut off your computer, go for a walk, come back, and then start studying. Become a trader. You need to have mental toughness, because a lot of times traders, after they incur a losing streak, they go like, oh, I think trading is for me. What does mental toughness do? Mental toughness means also having a good R system in place that will allow you a budget every single day, every single week, and every single month. So in case you encounter any kind of losses or cumulative losses, that's not going to be devastating for you. Discipline. Yes, you need to have discipline. Force not to trade in a crappy market environment, in a very difficult and rough trading environment. I told my traders this week on Monday that this week and next week are going to be the two hardest months the two hardest weeks to trade in June. Why? Contract roll this week. We're getting ready for the contract roll. You already see that the futures indices, the Qs, the SPYs, the Russell, diamonds are fluctuating and are all over the place, right? Next week, we're going to have two contracts that are going to be trading simultaneously, the June contract in indices futures and the September contract in the indices futures. And guess what? The volume is going to be balanced in between the two until the June contract is going to drip more and more into the September contract. And next week, we have the quadruple witching option expiration. When you guys know what it means heavy volatility into the market. And yes, we're going to get an up move, down move, and sideways, and not in that particular order, but it's going to happen. We're going to have that. So next week, we also have massive earnings, massive news releases. We have FOMC into the middle of the week. We have CPI numbers before that. We have unemployment claims, and we have a bunch of data coming in. So get ready, fasten your seatbelts, because next week you got to know what you're doing into the market. All right. Then trading. What is trading, guys? By the way, what is trading? Is it just a strategy? Is it just managing risk? Is it just stops, trailing, whatever? No, it's a puzzle, and you need to have all the pieces. And the trader that puts the pieces faster together in a trade is the winning trader. Okay, because if you go like, oh, I have the strategy, but I have no idea how to manage. I don't know where to put the stop. I got it too early. I just, I call it scaling in. It's like when you have no idea what you're doing, you're like, oh, I'm just going to scale in because you have no confidence. You have no validation of an entry. You need to have a really good, you be in sync with your trading psychology, right? Because trading psychology represents 90% of the battle. But if you have a trading plan, guess what? Your psychology shifts, your mindset, you're getting more confident, more secure, because you know, you go, I'm not going to be trading this today, all right, because it's too choppy. I'm going to be back in the market tomorrow. You have to have the ability of handling different market conditions. You have to invest in yourself. Then by that, I mean fast internet trading computer. Obviously, you're going to be paying the fees and commissions. You have to have a really good, robust trading platform, all right? Here's what Warren Buffett said. The best investment you will ever make is in yourself. And of course, invest in your education. I don't care where you're getting your education from, but it's education first, okay? Education first. Education is power, and you will only need to learn it once. And then after that, it's going to get better with experience. So you can unlock any key to any chart, any time frame, any instrument, any kind of asset, day trading or swing trading or investing, if you know how to do that. Most people think they could do it on their own. And the reality is that if you have, depending on how much time you have, you could have 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, and you can risk blowing up your account, or you can risk, losing most of your money and running out of time, because hey, it's 20 years, right? You can spin your wheels and then you could still not achieve success. Or you could go the route that I went through. I wanted to get from point A to point B fast. So I hired someone to teach me how to do it so I could save time, because I didn't have 20 years to become profitable. I want money now. So because I quit my job and I wanted my money now. So it depends on what approach you want to have. So let me tell you a little bit more about futures trading. You could generate anywhere, depending on your trading account, between $500, $5,000, $10,000 a day, depending on your account size. Like I said, I only trade from 9:30 to 11 o'clock, a couple hours and done. Yes, you can trade with smaller money because you also have access to micros, which are 10th size of the full size contract. I focus on futures indices every single day. These are my employees. These are my money makers every single day. Sometimes once in a while, for example, I haven't traded oil right now. I don't trade it almost every day, and I don't trade it. Sometimes I don't even trade it every month. But most of the elements that you guys see here, most of the market that you see here, I mostly swing trade. You have to understand that trading is a rule-based system. It's about waiting and waiting and waiting for the high probability trade according to your trading plan. It's about fine and precise executions. Entries are never negotiable because those are inflection points, and you have to have really good management skills. Why? You need to have management because when you hit target one, you need to know it's like, okay, I hit target one, I'm raising my stop to here. You need to have that predetermined before you get into the trade for all the trades. So then you can literally, you know, if you take your trading plan and give it to your neighbor without any market knowledge can actually start trading. Okay, that's how my trading plan and my courses are designed. That if I teach you, know how to do what to do in the market. So why futures? Well, first of all, you have a really good volume, even in the overnight. You're trading major markets. It's great for income producing and wealth. You have minis and micros available, depending on how much money you have in your account. There's still something to trade with you. You don't need to use a scanner, right? I use a scanner for my swing trading. I use Trade Ideas as a scanner. I've been using it for 13 or 14 years. I mean, I can't even believe that. There's no pump and dump. You have tax advantages. For those of you, you can Google tax advantages for futures market in the US or wherever you live. Tons of advantages. And first of all, I love it because it's a 24-hour market. And sometimes after dinner, I take a look at the market and say, hey, do I have a trading opportunity here? And if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Okay. Minimum account requirements, like I promised you guys at the beginning of the presentation, I'm going to tap into. Well, you can open an account with $5,000. You got to be really good to make money with $5,000 because that is really not a lot of money. And you have to respect the rules to the T. Remember that on a $5,000 account, if you risk 1%, you're only going to be risking about $50 on a trade, and you have to position aside for that. We provide you with calculators and everything that you need to, and anything and everything that you need to have in order to succeed. So let me give you a quick example here. I'm going to go run real quick the difference between the stock market and futures market. Okay, so hear me out. This is your chart, this Qs. We took this example earlier this year to show our members how in the same amount of time you can make more money in the futures market than the stock market. This is a pullback buy right here with a higher low confirmation. And this is the entry right here into the 363. Here it is. Okay. Our stop is way below these bottoming tails. Always give a lot of room to the stop. I don't care what the stop is. It could be 5 points or it could be 200 points. I don't care how much the stop is because I have position size. So don't be afraid to say, oh my God, that's such a big size for the stop. No, you're not succeeding in trading because of that. It doesn't matter. Don't hunt for small stops. Small stops, small profits are often stop outs, big stops, massive profits. Here it is, running into the close. We generated $303 using a buying power of 15,500. NASDAQ, we used about $17,000 in buying power. Same strategy. You can see charts are carbon copied, right? Qs, NASDAQ, Qs, NASDAQ, same strategy. This is our entry, 12,626. Ran up into the close, $2,480. My point is, buying power effect, 17,000, 16,000 buying power effect in the Qs, but in the Qs generated $300, $2,400 in NASDAQ futures. Boom. Micro NASDAQ, have a small account. Let's say you have a $7,000 trading account. Buying power effect here, as you can see, 1,738. Same entry, same pattern. You can see the same chart, right? Isn't it ridiculous? This is the entry right here, right? Running into the close, $246. So, bottom line, in micro NASDAQ, using $1,700 in buying power, we were able to generate $246, and in NASDAQ with almost $16,000 in buying power of $300. What are you doing trading the Qs? All right, here's SPY, same example, buying power in effect 20,000, generated 263. My goal here, because I was already in this, and this is not a great example because I was already in and I added into this right here. But you get the picture. It's about $20,000 in, or less than, a little bit less than that in buying power, $3,600 on the day in this measured trade from here to here into the end of the day. And then if you're trading micros, right? If you're trading micros, 1,100 in buying power generates you $127 from this move to the close. So you can see that there are huge advantages. And by the way, the futures market never sleeps, is open close to 24 hours a day. And you should know that geopolitical events happen overnight, rates happen overnight, Australia, Bank of Japan, et cetera, England, Europe, blah, blah, blah. By the time the stock market opens, you could have a big gap up or a gap down. Why not take advantage of it? All right, I was showing you, I want you guys to take a picture of this because this is super important. This is proprietary to TradeLL. You're not going to find it anywhere on the internet. So if you're a day trader, how many day traders do I have in here? Type of 1 in the room. I want to see you guys. Now, if you're trading in the morning in the first 30 minutes, trade the 1 minute chart from 9:30 to about, I would say 10 o'clock. Trade the 2 minute chart from 9:30 to 10 o'clock as well. Focus on the synchronicity of both. At 10 o'clock, shift to the 5 minute, ditch the noise from the 1 and the 2, and trade that until 11:30. A lot of times when the market is noisy on the 5 minute and you're not seeing it go anywhere, cross that out, move to the 15 minute, and then take a break. Take a break, come back, 2 o'clock, go back to the 5 minute. My trading plan in one slide is like a super shortcut. The market timing, right? I was talking earlier about the importance of knowing market timing. Market opens at 9:30 and it has 2 reactionary times at 10 o'clock and 10:30. This is where the best setups are formed. 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. I like to take advantage of the 9:30. And if there's nothing going on here, there's a whole bunch of bologna and nothing and chop, then I focus on 10:30. 10:30 is prime time trader time. Time frames that I use, I told you 2, 5, and 15. I sometimes correlate the 1 as well in the first 15 minutes. Patterns, I focus on pullback, back, sell, breakouts and breakdowns, and these are my executional times. These are proprietary. You're not going to find them anywhere on the internet. These are the high odds strategies that line up at 9:35, 9:45, 10 o'clock, and 10:45. Measuring, setup, determining ESTRP. Entry, stop, target, risk, and position sizing. There's no such thing as entry and stop without having risk and position sizing or targets already set up, okay? Is it hard to succeed in trading? Well, it's not hard if you have the right attitude towards trading, if you have commitment towards trading, if you learn, dedicate, if you are very dedicated. Hard work doesn't always guarantee that you're going to get up there and be successful. You need to have a proven system. You have the system, you're getting it. You're getting there fast on the escalator, with the elevator, okay? Other than that, it's going to take you a very long time, especially in this market, because it's trading was easy as reading a book or 20 books or 50 books on Amazon. It's like, guys, those guys that are reading books, they're making money off the book, right? Oftentimes, they're not even traders. Or an indicator. Why do you think people sell indicators? Because they make money off of indicators, right? Okay. So can anybody make money in the market? I would say if you lose money into the market, yes, you can make money in the market. We trade live every single day, a proven system, technical system that is in sync with the power institutional moves and the money flow in the first 2 hours. And I want to show you that we have a special going on right now. It's going to be for this week. Trade an institutional grade trading system. If you want to trade stress-free, like I trade stress-free every single day in the trading room. We have so many members in the trading room Not once have they ever seen me stressed out or out of control or adding to a stupid trade. No, because I'm in control of my money. I'm in control of my risk. So if you want to trade stress-free, you need to know institutional levels. This is what we teach. You need to learn these levels that are literally providing you the peace of mind and stress-free. We have precise buy zones and sell zones. Management and risk management, we teach you everything, highs, patterns, and setups, how and where to place the stop so you don't get dinged out of trades, trading psychology, and most importantly, that nobody's doing how to put the puzzle together fast. Because the fastest person that puts the puzzle together is the person that is making the money. So if you want to learn how to trade A to Z, and by the way, you can use this program to day trade stocks as well. Yes, not only for futures, you can trade stocks as well. So this program is for you only if you're losing money in the market. If you are consistently profitable in the market, see ya. Don't change a thing. If you're making money consistently in the market, do not change a thing. If you don't have a proven system, this course is for you. If you don't have a trading process that eliminates the noise and stresses you out, then this program is for you. Lack of confidence, this course is for you. This course is literally going to change your mind. And we teach you everything from A to Z. We take you from student to pro trader. You're going to have the full guidance for it. We teach you when, where, and what to trade, advanced risk management, technical analysis. You won't need another book in your life for anything trading. So I know trading is not inexpensive and because it's a good chunk of change, but compared to the loss, look at your trading account. What is your trading account saying right now about your performance? What is it today? If you're positive, do what you're doing. But if you're losing money, it's time to do something different. Okay. So time is running out. So I'm going to get to the good part, and I have two offers for you today. If you want to enroll into our course, we still have very few spots left because I teach very small classes because I mentor everybody in the group. The class is June 26th through the 30th. You also have access to 3 months trading room. So meaning that you're going to be spending 95 days with me, okay? More than 90 days with me, okay? Of course, you can, choose to trade with me in the trading room further on. And you also get a one personal mentoring session with me, personal. Design your trading plan based on your account size. So we're going to talk a lot about, what you want to accomplish in here. You get lifetime access to the Power Market Futures trading course. You get an e-manual over almost 600 pages. There's a typo in there. A limited live retake. So that means every single time when we're redoing the course, you're invited for free forever. We're not charging you more. Okay, you got 3 months access to the futures trading room. You get a one-day trading lab on demand. You get one private mentoring session. You get private Twitter feed, platform layout, Discord for students, student personal support, unlimited risk sheet, and more. The value of the course is over $23,500. Now it's only $5,999. The prices will go up very soon this summer. Basically, this is an investment in yourself. Can you really spend $16 a day for 365 days on you to learn how to create and generate income, to learn a high producing skill? Okay, so I have one last offer for you. I know it's 2 o'clock and Sherry's going to kick me out. But guys, if you want to trade with me today and tomorrow, you can buy the one-day pass, $25, just to convince yourself and say, hey, is it true? 25 bucks gets you a one-day pass experience, and we're going to be extending it for Friday as well. So you can have Thursday and Friday. Shoot me an email, info@tradeall.com, and anything that is going to come for one day, you're going to get extended for Friday as well. Thanks so much, Sherry.
Hey, okay. Wow, that was a roller coaster there, y'all. What's the link to get to that last offer right there?
Ooh, sorry about that. I didn't really have a lot of time for that. You can go to our website and just click Futures Trading Room right here. And I'm just going to copy and paste it over here, if I may. Okay, that's
good.
it. And if you scroll to the bottom of the page, you can see the offer is right here. It's $25 that it's going to get you. Like it,
right.
love it or hate it. Okay.
All right,
Love
I
it or
put
hate
that
it.
out there for you. I put that out there. I put your website in the chat. I put your email in the chat. I put the link to the futures, and I also put the link to the futures trading room that you just gave us.
Thank you so
So,
much.
I mean, that's a pile of excellent stuff. Thank you so much, Anka. I really love it when you come in. I hope you'll come back again.
Love
And
you, Sharon.
thanks
Love
for
you,
your
Bill.
time.
Have a great afternoon.
You too. Bye now.